This is MK coming to you from my kitchen. Today we're gonna do some baking, and I've decided we're gonna do chocolate chip cookies and brownies. I've always wanted to combine the two, so we're gonna try something new today. First thing you wanna do, of course, is before you get started, is always wash your hands. Wash your hands, and what we do is sing happy birthday for 20 seconds. Always want to get your ingredients out ahead of time so you don't have to be searching the kitchen. So here we have our ingredients, your flour, your sugar, so it's all set out, and your utensils that you're going to use, your measuring cups, and then of course the baking items that you're going to put in the oven. Okay, so we're going to set the oven to 350, and while that's preheating, we're going to go ahead and get our ingredients together. And we're gonna do the cookie recipe first. So with that, and for those older kids who say, I'm never gonna use math when I get older, you use math in cooking. So, you're gonna start off with the flour mixture, and it's 2 1/4 cups of flour. A tablespoon. Okay, math, fractions. So we're gonna put a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of baking soda, that will stay to the side. Okay, now I like to use my KitchenAid. It's the best thing I ever got. So inside this bowl, we're gonna put 1 cup of butter. And 1 cup of butter, you can use the Imperial, margarine, real butter, or whatever you have. And 1 cup is 2 sticks. And then we're also going to add 3/4 cups of sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, and it's what they call packed brown sugar. So you just take the back end and you want to mush it down like this. If you are using a measuring cup, you can just use a spoon. Take that, and it just mixes everything together. You can mix this by hand. You do not have to have one of these fancy machines. And then you add 2 eggs. And then because I have eggs on my hands, you're gonna wash your hands again. Now we're gonna add the eggs. Usually 1 at a time. Teaspoon of vanilla. Now that that's done, we're actually going to add our flour. And we just add our flour just a little at a time. Then you add a whole bag, which is about 12 ounces of chocolate chips. And there is our chocolate chip cookie dough. Perfect, now we're just gonna put that to the side here. So the brownies, we need 1 1/4 cup of flour, 2 cups of sugar. This is where we're gonna cook the brownies on the stove, okay? So the brownies called for, we're gonna melt 1 cup of butter. Just 2 sticks. And for my brownies, I like to use butter, but if you only have margarine or something at home, that's fine. And it calls for 5 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. And each one of these little things is 1/4 ounce. now we're just gonna let this melt.
A few minutes later.
See, it's starting to melt here pretty good. It's almost done. As soon as it's all melted, then we're gonna add our cocoa powder. Now we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And we're gonna whisk that in. Then we're gonna take it off the stove and it's gonna sit for 5 minutes. I'm using a muffin tin because I'm going to attempt to put brownie on the bottom and the chocolate chip cookie on the top. And I think I'll do that with half, and the other half I'll do cookie on the bottom and the brownie on the top, and see how that goes. But a lot of times in baking, it's just waiting.
A few moments later.
Okay, your timer's going off. Take it off the stove. Put a hot pad down. So now we're going to add our 2 cups of sugar, tablespoon of vanilla. Okay, then I'm going to whisk that in here real quick. Need to add 3 eggs, 1 at a time. Now we're going to add the flour. Do half with brownie. And I'm going to do half with cookie dough. These I'm going to go ahead and put in the oven because they're going to take longer than normal cookies and brownies. And I'm probably going to say these will probably cook for about 20 minutes. And make our cookies. Look, it's nice and thick. I'll set my timer for 10 minutes. And we'll check the cookies after that.
A few minutes later.
So it looks like we need a little bit longer on the cookies. So I went 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in for at least another couple of minutes, okay?
More moments later.
Alright, so cookies look like they are done. So now I'm just going to take them and I'm going to put them on the cooling rack. Now, I'm going to pull out the brownie muffins. If you have a toothpick at home or you can use a knife, this is called a cake tester. So you just put it in the middle, and if it comes out clean, looks like it did, then they are done. These ones out. Ooh, look at that. You can start eating those. And we have 11 more minutes for the brownies, and so in between time you can read a book, do some of your homework, do a page or so while you're waiting. That way when you're done you get your dessert afterwards. Okay, let's check on the brownies and see if they're done. I think because we didn't fill the pan all the way up, they're done. Perfect. Don't forget to turn your oven off when you're done. So we'll let that cool for a little bit, and then you're done, and they'll be ready to eat. You can have ice cream with it, or by themselves is a nice little treat. Something to do with your mom or your dad or whoever you're with. Remember, stay safe, stay home. We miss you. I miss you. Don't forget to be good, wash your hands. All right? Thanks for joining me. Let me know if you try the recipe or if there's something that you'd like me to try and make, and maybe I'll do another one of these. I see some ripe bananas over there, that I might make some banana crumb muffins next time. All right, thanks guys. Bye, see you later.